Hey guys, today I'm going to blow your mind. Do you guys know that you can group nodes? Yep, you can group nodes. How awesome is that? So today we're talking about grouping nodes and how much it's going to make your life so much easier, especially if you're doing a lot of repetitive materials while and neatening up. Not so much the repetitive, but maybe the neatening things up and repeating. Okay, cool. So right here I've got a sort of not too complex, but a bit of a simple network of nodes over here, busy creating this texture, as you can see over here. But number one, obviously, like I said, it's not as complex, but it can get very complicated sometimes, our node setups. And at the same time, we want to maybe repeat stuff, right? Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you something cool. So the first thing that I want to do is that, let's say within my group, I still want to adjust some items on the outside here. And whatever items those are, so I'm going to hit Shift A. And I'm going to use converter, and I am going to use yes, okay, here we go. It's input and it's value. You're going to get a simple little note like this. I'm going to plug it in there. So let's say Shift D, Shift D, Shift D. You can have as many as these as possible. I'm going to plug them into perhaps things that I'm wanting to adjust outside the group as well. And you'll see how cool this gets, right? So I'm going to plug one into the color over there. No, wait, maybe not the color. All right, that was a bad idea. There you go, that's better. All right, so let's say I'm wanting to adjust the scale on this one. All right, what was it? 15 before that, right? So let's plug this into the scale, make that 12 again. There you go. And I can even name this. Hey, how cool is that? Let me show you. So I'm going to select this value. I'm going to press N, which opens up the side panel over here. And I'm going to make sure I've got node selected here. And under label, I'm going to say brick texture scale. So I'm actually going to name it that. All right, very cool. Okay, coming back, and let's say something on the outside that I want to adjust is perhaps my my strength of my bump. Okay, select the node, rename it bump strength. Okay, very good. You can see it labels it. Okay, let's say another guy that I want to label from the outside is maybe, let's say, roughness 0.2. Select it, label it, principle, roughness. Okay, and last guy, bias, brick bias. What was it before? 0. Okay, now these are just examples, right? A brick bias. There you go. All right, cool. So those are those guys over there. So now what I'm going to do is that, and I'll show you why I've had to do this. I tried grouping without these, and it did not do what it needed to do. So anyway, I'm going to select all these guys over here. I'm going to hit Command or Control, depending on whether you are on PC or Mac. And I'm going to hit Command G. And now it's grouped them. So I'm going to press Tab. Tab is your in and out. So if I've got my node and I want to adjust things within there, boom, there you go. Now you'll see specifically over here, it's actually, it's created labels over here. Pretty cool. It's almost like it's attached in or outputs of, well, inputs of the value nodes that I've placed here. It's kept them open. Now if you do it without this, it doesn't keep these open over here. I think there's just one more node input or whatever that I have here, it's not user set. All right, now I can make adjustments to these as well by simply, so I've got my node here selected, and under properties here we go. So number one, I'm going to name them. I'm going to name this guy, and I'm going to call it brick, so custom, whatever, brick tile texture. Then what I'm going to then do is I am going to specifically okay, there you go, that's what I'm looking for. All right, and so what I'm going to then do is there you go, under my group I've got all my inputs labeled here, and so what that then allows me to do is then I can, e.g. I can select the scale. Okay, and you can see you can actually name it. And if I look over here, the scale is in actual fact my bump strength. Am I right? Oh, brick texture scale. All right, so let's go in here. Brick texture scale. All right, very good. My next one is my bump strength. Very cool. And my third one is my principal roughness. Okay, and my last one here is my brick bias. Okay, there's not how you spell brick. Okay, cool. So now that I've actually done that, I can delete these, and you'll see, oh sorry, X, not your delete button by the way. And now if you see, I've got two nodes here, all right, and this makes up my entire texture with all of the actual settings that I want to use here. All right, there's where I can adjust the settings of every single one of these dudes, these nodes that are inside of here. Pretty cool. But I'm going to show you something even more cool. All right, let's say, e.g. I want to reuse this whole thing again. Okay, now the way that you know that I can do that is just by, well, coming in here, mesh. All right, I'm going to choose a cube, grab, G for grab, X moves it in the X direction. I'm going to go view, and I'm going to say sure, I'm not going to say anything. Okay, here we go, view. Oh, there you go. All right, okay, I think it's because I'm in, yeah, usually, oh, maybe I should select something. Hey, all right, there's actually an option where it says view selection. Somebody already knows. Who's watching this? You already know exactly where it is, don't you? View selection. Damn it, man. It's gone. It's nowhere to be found. Okay. Anyway, just so that I can stop embarrassing myself over this. Now, what that allows me to do, the way that you know to do this, am I right, is I just go kwa, and I go kwa, and I go kwa. And there it is. There is my texture, and it is in my group exactly the way that it should be, right? The other way that you can do this as well is if you go Shift A and I go group, and look at that, there is my group texture. All right, delete that, X for delete, plug that into my surface, and there you go. What a nice little texture, eh? Cool, eh? Pretty awesome, right? Can I tell you what makes this texture so powerful is that usually when you come here, there is the view select, frame selected, there you go. frame selected is whatever I'm selected. And then, so what makes this pretty powerful was this was off one of my tutorials that I did. I was just stuffing around. You can see how the tiles are reflective and the in-between is not. This is the brick texture, and as well as I've got a bump texture on here. So quite a cool texture, hey? Pretty cool. Anyway, so guys, that is grouping your nodes in Blender and how to do it, that you've got your custom settings over here. Alright, if you like what I've just showed you, because you have, or you even just you've known it, but it's one of your favorite things that you like doing, especially when you build complicated. Now remember, you select your node and you press tab, and there is all your items if you need to make any adjustments. Then if you like, okay, by the way, all of that I just said was in brackets. So if you like what I've just shown you, or you've already known this but you like it anyway, like this video, subscribe to this channel, because every time I release a new video, guess what? You get notified. Yeah, that's right, you get notified. Alright, and while you're at it, you might as well tell other people about this video. Alright, share this video, and then while you're at it, alright, then go check out all the other videos that we have on our YouTube channel, or on our Rumble channel, because we're also on Rumble, and all other videos within our playlist, because it's not just tutorials, guys. There's guitar tutorials there. Did you know that? Did you know that there are piano and synth? But did you know that there's also a reality sitcom that we have? Yep, that releases every week. It's called Keeping Up with the Relatives. We also have, guys, we have a whole lot of shows. So go check it out. Go check it out right now. All right. So until the next video, guys, check you there. Cheerio.